refereeing since I was 14, so it's kind of about 8 years now. Loving it really, ever since I started really kind of was for kind of make a bit of money on the weekends, but ever since I've kind of started to do adult football since 16, progressed a lot, and I'm enjoying it really, and the enjoyment's still there, so may as well keep on doing it. Well, as I say, enjoyment really. Again, going out on a Saturday, working with assistants is ideal. The achievement of almost completing a game and getting 22 handshakes doesn't happen every time, but when it does, it's a really good feeling. So yeah, that's why I do it. Getting to work with people that are all trying to do the same thing as you, going out on a Saturday and having the best seat in the house, and getting to travel to loads of cool grounds around the country. Worst thing about on a wet, cold Saturday in February when you have to go referee when you'd rather just be indoors, but again, they're not all the time, so I'd say that's probably my worst thing. Biggest game referee? No, I'm not too sure. Well, run the line on a big one last year. Worthing v Lewis, again, big game in the Isthmian League, 2,500 there, and that's again one of the reasons why we do it. Big crowds, working with a good friend of mine, Connell, so having to help him out on a day and able to get through, all went smoothly. So yeah, that was a good one. Yes, offside decision, REFSIX v Haywards Heath pre-season, so it was good to get it in pre-season. Offside, I was only level 7 at the time, so again, went too early with the flag, so again in my pre-match it's now making sure I conclude a weight. Some of the boys in the Sussex mob will remember it wisely, as if you want, check it out on YouTube, I look fantastic on it, so yeah, but that was a mistake that kind of always had to reflect on. Some good banter to get over it, that's for sure. Definitely got some few pelters in the group chat, but no, I think mainly just speaking with my coach, who I speak to regularly, Phil Wilkes, again, he was fantastic on the phone. I think he gave me a bit of grief, but also just looked back, right, what did you do? How can you stop that and make sure it don't happen again? So yeah, that was really a reflection on it. How to prepare for the game? I'm quite superstitious before a game in terms of just like certain things I've got to eat on a morning of a game. So say it's at 3 o'clock. Make sure I eat the right thing. Make sure I have my coffee. I'm a bit of a coffeeaholic, like my caffeine. But making sure just I'm in the right mindset. Have some good music on in the car, and then when I get to the ground, I make sure that there's nothing on my mind. I've not got my phone on. It's just very much like right for concentration for 4 hours, and after we can reflect and hopefully have a celebration for a good game. Admin, well, funny story about admin. So when I first started off as a level 7, someone thought they'd fail an admin. I don't know why I would do that, but yeah, so that was a real learning curve and something that almost was like impossible to fail an admin at level 7. But again, it was good, so I did, because it meant I had to improve, make sure I was controlling my emails a bit better. So now it's pretty much just making sure on a Monday, just make sure I've got email notifications on, because I'm quick enough to reply to my Facebook and my Snapchats. I may as well make sure I'm quick enough to reply to my emails. So yeah, so make sure I have notifications on and just make sure I just reply to them there and then, rather than just leaving them to do another time. Well, REFSIX used start this season. I was quite, not against it, but I was quite envious to use it just because I'm very OCD about what I use on a match day. But ever since I started using it, it's been really good. I track how far I run. I almost kind of like to set goals, just like with how many high sprints I can do. And then also in-game as well. It's really simple stuff. It's just little stuff like a tap to kind of restart, stop-start. And yeah, I think the main thing I use it for is just kind of to use my heat map. The heat map's fantastic. Trying to make sure my red zone's kind of running in the correct place it should be. And if it's not, my coach can look at it straight away and we can talk through it. And if I'm saying something I haven't, the proof's in the pudding on the app. So yeah, there's nowhere to hide. Well, I'd say probably the heat map and how much you run in a game. I think that's almost proven of how hard you can work, but also if you're overworking as well, you can almost go, right, do you need to be doing that much? Are you going into areas where your assistants are more credible, especially at level 4, myself going to level 3, do I need to be squeezing over to my assistants? Probably not, but again, it's to kind of make sure that I'm not overworking there, because end of the day, I've got to get up the other end if it does go for a quick breakaway. So I think the heat map tool is fantastic. If I could referee any game in the world, why? It'd be a Brazil derby. One, because I like the sun in Brazil. I'm sure it's got a good party on the beach after, and I think it should be a great atmosphere. Take 2 of my mates out who would run the line with me, and if they were giving me abuse, I wouldn't really understand them, so that'd be all right, wouldn't it? But yeah, probably just give him an evil stare back. But no, that's probably what I'd like to do. Go abroad and do it, because who wants to referee in the UK? Assistance, right, okay. It's quite a poor choice if I look on reflection, but it's something I've always done. I'm a wine gums man, and wine gums, again, it's not the worst I've seen, but it's not the best I've seen. One referee I went out with brought jelly tots, stuck in your teeth, all over, was not good at all. So I think it's not the worst, but it's not the best. So yeah. That's the worst question of all, mate. God, that's a shocker.